Hi, I'm Pam from Laughing Ogre Press. I'm excited to share with you some ideas for you to use with my activity books in your classrooms, small groups, or individualized Orton Gillingham lessons. So let's get started. These are the activity booklets. We have short A, short I, short O, short U, and short E. And the reason that I showed them to you in that order as opposed to A, E, I, O, U in an alphabetical order is that the order of presentation that I use is A, I, O, and finally E. And you'll find that continuum running through the activity booklets as you're using them. So let's take a peek at what actually happens inside of the activity booklets and how you can use them to optimize your lessons. For starters, each of the books contain a fill-in-the-blank page. So as you can see, there's just a little spot for the student to write a letter inside of there, and everything that they're going to write is just a short A. So as they're writing it, they're going to go through and say ah, 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 ah as they're writing it. This is a perfect opportunity for you to look at their penmanship to see if they're forming their letters correctly, and if not, to stop at that time and just to show them again how you make those A's. When they get the A's done and they're done saying ah, you will have them go back and read their words. So they'll say ram, sat, nag, and continue on. If you're finding that they're struggling with those, then just have them do 4 or 3 maybe even, and just have them read those same 3 words over until it feels smooth with them and add some more in. Then, as they're done reading the word list, they will go into the booklets and they'll find that they have word lists of mixed vowels as well. So let's say that we've now moved up to short U. So they've done the fill-in with the short U words, and now they've got a mixed list. So they're reading it with A, I, O, and U words all together. So again, it's up to you how many words you want them to read. Maybe they can only read half a page at a time, and that's fine. And you have them read it until it feels smooth. Then for the fun part now, for the stuff that the kids are going to really like, are the tic-tac-toe boards and the Go Fish boards that I've got available for you. So each booklet is about 20 pages long, and they are completely reproducible, so you can make as many copies as you want. The tic-tac-toe boards look like this. So there's 4 tic-tac-toe boards on each page. They work in the word families. So this is a great opportunity for you to work on rhyming with your students as well at this time. As they work through the continuum, I'll add the previously taught vowel, and the tic-tac-toe boards will start looking like this at the end of the books, where I've got the new vowels added into it. Another fun activity for the kids to do is Go Fish. So Go Fish is fun. They have to read the words, they're reading them over and over again, and they don't even realize they're reading them over and over again. So it's perfect ways to practice. They're all in the same word families. You are welcome to mix up some word families if you like. So if they're having troubles with the eggs, you throw those in too, along with when they're working on the ips, and you can have igs and ips in the same family. You can play memory with them. You make 2 copies, send it home with the families, have them cut it apart, and do some practice work. Or perhaps in your small groups, you can do some monitoring Go Fish with your students as well. Now, I want to talk about how I use this for practice work. I think practice work is really important. So what I would like to do is show you what I do. So I send home a little binder like this with all my students. And inside the binder, I've added a plastic sleeve. So inside the plastic sleeve, over here, I've tucked in a dry erase marker that I got at the dollar store. Really cheap, completely affordable. So I send home a dry erase marker, and I have them play it over and over and over again. And so they're reading these words a million times, and they're having a great time while they're doing it. So perfect practice work. You are also welcome to make copies of the word lists and have them work with their students as well. I want to just take one more second and tell you about one of the word lists that I thought was really important, and I started using recently, and I found just a really big difference with kids when I'm introducing short A. oftentimes they mix up their B's and D's. And I know that we all will often say make a bed, but I don't really like bed as much just because they don't know how to spell bed necessarily, and they don't understand that what this even has to do with a bed. So I like to do A, B, C, D, and probably a lot of you do that as well. But let me just demonstrate. I'm going to turn a little bit here so you can see. All right, so if you put your thumbs up like this for your students, they can go A, B, C, D, right? Okay, well, with some students, that's still really hard. So I've designed some word lists that contain no A's, they contain no B's or D's. Of course they contain A's. So they're reading lists with no B's and D's. And you might find that they fly through these lists, and this is where they excel. But when you put the B's and D's in there, they just don't have it yet. And I think it's okay to move forward even if they're stumbling on the B's and D's at that point. I think that it's so important that I even added a short I, no B and D list. So you'll find that inside of your short I booklet as well. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that was helpful, and go to my website, laughingogrepress.com, and buy some activity books and start sharing the fun. Thanks a lot.